Tanong lang, ilang games pinaka-remain?
Last one year. Hindi na. Well, kasi wala pang definite na standing na ano kami. Nasaan kami. So, kung panalo ngayon, preparation na rin sa quarter final.
Last game mo ba sa eliminator? Or meron pa?
Sa Friday.
Ano kalaga itong game ito?
Well, may chance pa kami sa top 2 eh. So, this conference, alam na yung top 2 teams ay okay lang. Top 2 teams, di ba? May twice to beat. So, siguro, opportunity sa amin para makuha yun. And also, we're, looking for improvement din every game. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey. Kalaga itong game.
Well, alaga eh. Kasi para mag-top 1-2 kami, kailangan namin manalo dito. So, yung advantage na twice to beat, sobrang halaga nun para sa akin. Wala namang bago. Pero mas tinutukan lang namin kasi sobrang talented ng team na to eh. Diba? Mula bench hanggang starter, talagang talented. So, mas kailangan lang namin maging consistent sa game. Thank you.
Okay, last game of elimination. Ano kalaga itong game na to?
This one is the for the playoffs. Stepping stone going to the playoffs. Kaya dito just game lang na pwede namin basta-basta yan. So we're very prepared for this. Hopefully ma-execute namin ang mga guys sa defense, sa offense namin. And yun lang, alam namin na isa sa top team tong Meralco. Hopefully mag-succeed kami throughout the game. So yeah, sana manalo. Thank you. Yep, thank you.
We are down to the final 3 games of our elimination round here in your PBA 49th season Commissioner's Cup, and all of those games have definite playoff repercussions, including this one, a position war between Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel, and the Meralco Bulls. These two rivals will be going at it one more time here inside the Big Dome, the Smart Araneta Coliseum. We thank you for joining us here on PBA Rush and Filipinas Live. Carlo Pamintuan with Dr. J and the how. Dr. J for Meralco, it's very clear. If they win out in their last 2 games, they make it into the top 2 with a twice to beat advantage in the quarterfinals.
That's right, and that's what they're fighting for. Happy New Year again.
Happy Chinese New Year, Dr. J.
And we're very glad that you can join us as we take a look at the team standings updated after the victory of NLEX. So more or less, that would have already eliminated 4 teams, including the San Miguel Beermen. Now it's a fight for the 6, 7, 8 slot. No? Anyway, you have Barangay Ginebra also already guaranteed of a place in the playoffs, quarterfinals, as well as Meralco.
Not a lot of movement, Doc, when it comes to Barangay Ginebra, because they cannot make it into the top 2, but they will not fall into the number 7 and 8 position. So they will be in a best of 3 battle come our quarterfinals. The only question is against who? They really helped themselves with a huge victory against Rain or Shine, the Lasso Painters, in their last game.
Yes, thank you very much, Carlo. You can see in that last game, that was a very big victory for Barangay Ginebra over Rain or Shine, who themselves were really doing very well until they went into a little bit of a slump. Barangay Ginebra winning that one by 28 points. Huh?
Huge,
And,
yep.
shooting 53% from the field, dominated the Rain or Shine Lasso Painters in every facet of that ball game.
And Coach Timpone was the first to say that it was the first match where they felt they did everything correctly, from offense, from defense. Everything was just in a flow for Barangay Ginebra. It really helped that they got a good start in that matchup. It was played at the United Center in Antipolo, and Justin Brownlee went off in the first half, really establishing a flow. And when Justin Brownlee plays well, everyone else follows along for Barangay Ginebra.
Yes, I did that game. I think they went on a 9-0 start. Like you said, when Justin Brownlee scores well, it seems to uplift everybody's game on the team. I think Scotty Thompson also started very well as Japet Aguilar. So that starting 5 unit, when they get going, they really have something good, positive happening for them. 29 points on 55.5% shooting, 13 rebounds, and 6 assists for JB.
Of course, those 16 big points in the second quarter, that really created the separation between them and the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. You already mentioned his name, Dr. J. Scotty Thompson played his best performance, lead scoring wise, for Barangay Ginebra here in this conference. 22 points in total. Sometimes, Dr. J, you won't see on the stat sheet the value of Scotty Thompson, but here in this particular ball game, it was very definite the damage that he did, not just in scoring but also assisting, and he had tremendous plus minus numbers in that matchup, just showing you his all around output for Barangay Ginebra.
When we were reviewing, they were telling us it's 22 points, which is his conference high. And I was really surprised because, we know Scotty has the ability to score, but he also has to play point guard, as well as the fact that he has to play defense. He also had 8 assists. Too many rebounds in that ball game, but it wasn't needed for that.
When Meralco goes up against Barangay Ginebra, even if Barangay Ginebra will have not a lot of movement in terms of the team standings, it is guaranteed to be a banger because these two teams are very familiar with with what the other does. So it is going to be a tremendous matchup, top to bottom, between Meralco and Barangay Ginebra once again. Again, for Meralco, if they win out, if they clear out in their final two games of the elimination round, then a top two spot will be theirs.
Well, Meralco started the slide of San Miguel, winning that ball game by 7 points and 8 more assists, less turnovers, plus 14 on the fast break points, and plus 14 also on the second chance points. You know, they just ran San Miguel to the ground there in that ball game.
That was played in Canton, Ilocos, where Chris Newsom traces his roots, and he played accordingly to help Meralco secure that huge victory and also hurt the cause of the San Miguel Beermen, because for the first time in 10 years, Doc, we'll have to mention it, they will not be making it into the quarterfinals. Akil Mitchell, a tremendous import for the Meralco Bulls. He is a quiet operator. Sometimes you don't even notice the things that he does on the floor. Then after the game, you'll be surprised with the numbers that he actually puts up.
Yeah, he had 26 points, I think, in that ball game. But look at this. They're really attacking June Marfardo, either posting him up because of his quickness, his ability to twirl. And at the same time, they're forcing Junmar to run a lot. Every time they get a good rebound, they get a steal, they get the ball quickly. They're running down the court, and he finished with 26 points, 48% shooting, 16 rebounds, and 5 assists.
And for more on Akil Mitchell and the rest of the Meralco Bulls, we now send it over to our courtside reporter, Miss Belle Gregorio.
Playing through ice and pains has been the theme for the Bulls to start the conference, and unfortunately, this is another ask of the coaches tonight after import Akil Mitchell would be a game time decision because of back spasms. Akil has been feeling tightness in his back that sidelined in EAS. Was able to join 2 days of practice leading up to tonight, one full practice and one walkthrough, but still when asked before tip-off, Akil said he is still at. Moving on to their game plan, the coach Chandra Soriano shared it is to limit the rebounding of Troy Rosario, Japet Aguilar, Justin Brownlee, and forcing them to plays and taking forced shots, knowing how well they thrive and take pride in the ball. Point there is nothing left to get this match started, so let's.
Ladies and gentlemen, we resume action inside the Smart Atlanta Coliseum for the continuation. PBA 49th Season Commissioner's Cup. Our second game for this evening is Barangay Ginebra San Miguel versus the Meralco Bulls. Let us now meet the starters first for Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. Point guard from Tico City, Davao del Sur, number 9, Curry Thompson. Shooting guard from Angeles City, Pampanga, number 14, Stephen Holtz. Small forward is Barangay Ginebra's import, number 32, Justin Brinley. Power forward from Amulong, Cagayan, number 1, Troy Rosario. Net center from Saswan, Pampanga, number 25, Japet Aguilar. Coaching Barangay Ginebra is Tim Cone. It is now time to meet the starters for the Meralco Bulls. Point guard from Isabela, number 6, Chris Banquero. Shooting guard from Pitik, Ilocos Norte, number 11, Chris Newsom. Small forward from Quezon City, number 19, Bo Quinto. Power forward from Cavite City, number 7, Cliff Hodge. And at center from Pasig City, number 33, Brenton Bates. Coaching the Bulls is Luigi Trillo. Game officials Arnold Iniquien, Robert Gruta.
Position war between Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel, and Meralco. Thompson, Holt, Aguilar, Brownlee, and Rosario, the 5. For Coach Tim Cone on the other side, it's Banquero, Newsom, Bates, Quinto, and Hodge. For Coach Luigi Trillo, as we're ready to get things going here inside the Big Dome, the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Getting in, Gruta, Tantay, and Halik will be our game officials for today's ball game. It will be a couple of locals, Brandon Bates and Japet Aguilar jumping it up at center court. And now this tip-off is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Miss Bell Gregorio reported it already. Game time decision for Akil Mitchell. And as a result, he's not starting an all-local crew for Coach Luigi here in this ball game against Ginebra.
Yeah, but I saw him doing the round robins. So obviously must be ready, and a good pass for Troy Rosario. A great assist immediately coming out of a good half-court set for the Barangay Nebra Kings.
Dr. J, this seems to be the best value for Troy Rosario. He just seems to know the spots where he can be available for those quick passes inside.
Well, that's his strength, you know. Well, we know that he can shoot the shot. He can also make three-point shots from the corners, especially. But the fact that he likes to move without the ball, and he likes to move from the weak side, cutting always through the baseline, and he finishes well there. Because even if you take the shot, let's say Brownlee took that shot, he has a chance at an offensive rebound. And that's where he's really good at, picking it up and putting it back on the basket.
Especially now with no Akil Mitchell to deal with, at least for this particular part of the ball game. Gotti posting up, kicks it out to Troy. Rosario, now to Stephen Holt. Back to Thompson. He launches from deep, but he misses. Rebound tap, but Holt was already stepping out of bounds.
But you have two guys there that love to go to the offensive boards. Holt is one of them, the other is Troy Rosario. So right there and there, you have a very tall lineup with Scotty at the point, but you have two guys that really rebound the ball well for the team.
Dr. J, Coach Tim is not really opposed to not finishing in the top two because if you look at his success, right?
Never been a problem.
Even with his time with the San Miguel Coffee, when they won the Grand Slam, he'll be at number 5, number 6, perfectly fine with it because he actually appreciates more reps, more games in the playoffs. It helps them go for a deeper playoff push.
We talk about that. Oh, that's a nice three-point shot by an unsuspecting player in Cliff Hodge making a three-point shot.
Does not take a lot of those, but can make them from time to time. Japet posting up a handoff to Brownlee. JB, short jumper, no.
Foul on Cliff Hodge, holding down. I would think it's Hodge, 7 holding down. Scotty. It's called the
Banquero,
best
yeah.
Banquero.
It's 2 fouls now.
That's not good. No. What I like to see about both of these teams as we came in is that they seem to be relatively healthy as we are about to enter the playoffs.
Yeah. So Japet missing from pinch post position. Shooting that jumper. 3-2 is the score. 1-point lead for Meralco. Banquero turns the corner. And this time around, he draws the foul for 2 free throws coming up.
He's been having a good conference as well as the previous conference. And Banquero certainly has begun to recover from his injuries, get his confidence. Sometimes the injuries to other players on the team allows a player to get more minutes and get comfortable. Like I'm referring to Aaron Black, who got injured and to be out for a while.
The numbers of CB, 19 points, spectacular, 8 of 14 from a point guard. That is tremendous for Banquero, plus 12 in the minutes that he played.
Yeah. So it's a 5-2 count in favor of the Bolts here early.
Holt going for Pinky. It frees up Brownlee up top. Rosario now, the corner. Thompson gets the switch. Hodge on him now. Wanted to go baseline. No space given. And that will be a shot clock violation against Barangay Ginebra. And that is what Meralco does. They make it so difficult for you to find your openings.
Yeah, and not a very good start for Barangay Ginebra. Completely different from their game against Rainier Shine. We already had 2 missed shots there that are easy shots for Brownlee and Japet Aguilar. They could have had easily 6 points already on the board. They only have 2. And there's Newsam. So he gets to his spot.
Yeah.
Gets to his spot. You have to be able to stay in front of it because once he crossover dribbles you, you're going to be dislodged from your original defensive position.
Dr. J, sometimes when you play with without an import, the other side, the defense, actually finds it difficult to contend with your crew because that's not what they prepared for in your practices.
And that's a push there. That's true. For example, if Japet continues to play on a lower scale, you might see team play to a smaller team. Smaller in the sense that you might take away Japet,
Mhm.
you might put in a Malonzo or whoever,
Mhm.
but not exactly the height of a Japet again.
With no Akil Mitchell to deal with, that could be a possibility.
And you can always get Brownlee to play the center
Yep,
slot.
sure. The annual NBA Watch and Win is back. Watch live games on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, and Pilipinas Live until Feb 16. You can wait for the questions to be flashed on the screens during breaks. Visit nba.onesports.ph right after to send in your answers.
These are going to be important things for a team as they enter the playoffs, making free throw shots.
Mhm.
Oh, and that's a nice pass, nice drive, floater. There's Brownlee starting the break.
JB on the push, locates hold. 3-point shot is gone. Tied ball game, 7 apiece.
Brownlee seems to have the uncanny ability of always trying to find his teammate. And, you know, they have to taper off somebody, and the guy that they're tapering off is Holt on the outside. The defense, I'm very good.
Justin Brownlee just absorbs, attracts so much attention from the defense. Newsome gets to his spot, gets a friendly bounce.
Back to a 2-point lead here for the Bolts.
But you were talking about that mid-range game. When he gets there, that's close to being a guarantee that he'll make it.
Deadly. And that's the reason why he's now a mainstay for the Gilas Filipinas squad.
Gilas Filipinas, Coach Tempon will be competing in Qatar before heading on to Chinese Taipei and New Zealand in a couple of away games. But there's still a lot of basketball to be played in the PBA before that particular window. Japet Aguilar with a shot response from Cliff Archer. A couple of outside shots already, Doc.
1-3 and 1-2. He's got 5 in the ball game. 2-point lead for the Bolts. Everybody in this ball game seems to be very focused.
JB can't get the lead for Barangay Ginebra, missing the 3. Arch leaves it for Newsome. New goes behind the back, mishandles. Banquero recovers. 10 on the shot clock for Meralco. Banquero push to the baseline. Bates, one-hander, too strong. And he taps that ball out of bounds.
Meralco really has strengthened their team with the return of Bates.
Yeah.
And you have Almazan more or less healthy right now. And if they're not, you can go up all the way up to Torres, I think, if you want to bring out the defensive player because of his ability to shoot from the outside.
Kyle Pascual sometimes can defend post-up big men.
Oh, that's no faults. Because it happened on our end.
And Stephen Hull was asking for that as well. 6 seconds in the shot clock for Barangay Ginebra. Thompson, the inbounder. They're looking for JB. Now Japet. Off the dribble. Leaves it for Troy. Rosario, the stretch. He is fouled by Bates.
That extra pass allowed that space for Rosario to try to lean in with the layup. He'll go to the free throw line. Something he must be more consistent with. He's not a bad free throw shooter, but it's not on a regular basis.
Roy Rosario, fresh shiny, fresh pickup for Barangay Ginebra before the start of this conference. As our Filipinas Live poll question will be, who will have more assists, Scotty Thompson or Bong Quinto? Join the discussions on Filipinas Live. Free throws good for Troy Rosario, tying the score once again at 11 apiece. And for Meralco, even without an import, this is your all-Filipino champion last season. So you trust that you can still be competitive against a team with Justin Brownlee and Barangay Ginebra. Arch, good pass, quick shot from Brandon Bates. Lead is back with the Meralco Bulls by 2 points, 13-11. Brownlee looking for Scotty. Thompson posting up against CB. Scotty showing his strength inside, misses. Tip it is gone for Troy.
He's holding on to that left shoulder. Somebody might have landed on it.
Quick pass to Newsome though. The shot is gone from downtown.
The reason that happened is because Rosario was late coming down because of that injury. And so there was nobody covering Newsome at the corners.
Justin Brownlee, the familiar one-hander, won't work as he was fouled.
He got a good break there because that usually could have been an
Yep.
easily N1.
Lepage tagged with a personal. Justin Brownlee will have the opportunity to score his first 2 points of this ball game when we come back from this timeout. 16-13, 3-point lead for Meralco.
Here on PBA Rush and the Filipinas Live app. Ginebra coming from a bad loss against DND, they were able to bounce back and play what Coach Tim called their best game of the conference against rain or shine. It was there when they went back to basics and no longer took things for granted, which is something they wish to do again. With the playoffs looming, the biggest focus, according to assistant coach Richard Del Rosario, is to just keep elevating their game, gain momentum for the next round. However, they are particularly wary of Meralco being number one and how different defenses of the balls throw Ginebra off, making it very critical for the barangay to read the defense well and adjust quickly accordingly. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you so much for that report, Miss Bell. And even if they're no longer moving up to 1 and 2 or falling down to 7 and 8, you best believe that Barangay Ginebra will do everything that they can to pick up a win because you want momentum behind you heading into the quarterfinals, whoever the matchup will be.
Yeah. And likewise for the Bolts also. They want to continue to win, even though this will still be, they will still have one more game against the Magnolia Hotcats, right? Ginebra, this is their last game in the elimination round, and they will not be involved in any playoffs, so they won't be playing until quite a while.
We looked at the possibilities as Aaron Black misses from deep, and there is a chance, especially if Barangay Ginebra wins in this ball game, that they will be meeting in the quarterfinals in a best of 3. So you want to do your early work, your early homework against the opposing side, should that be the quarterfinal matchup. A 3-point shot short coming from Holt, 1-point lead still for the Meralco Bolts. Goes some to the corner. Black will try again. Still can't connect. Hodge with the offensive rebound. Almazan, first shot attempt is a miss. But it'll stay on the side of Meralco. 4 from Newsom. No.
They got 4 attempts in that one sequence, no? Fortunately for the Kings, nobody made a shot.
And the shots were mostly taken from the outside. Pass bothered, but it lands with Brownlee. And that's goodbye.
You have to make that kind of a quick pass when he seals in there, because if not, he's going to get caught with a 3-second violation, or the defensive team can come and help very quickly.
Very small defender in Bong Quinto. Tough matchup versus Brownlee. Quinto trying to use his speed against Rosario. Quinto, the pass stolen. That was way short, taken away by Holt. Stephen uses the screen. Drop it down low. Aguilar misses. Rebound tapped over to Newsom. Uncharacteristic misses, Dr. J, from Barangay Ginebra early in this first quarter.
Yeah, but there's also pressure in the game. Because these are two rivals. I've always said they've been rivals ever since the last few years that they've been playing in the finals in this kind of a conference and in this other kind of conference.
Aaron Black holds 0-3. Brownlee only hits front of the rim for 4.
Brownlee has not had a high percentage clip here, but he's taken a lot of attempts already.
Another quick pass. And that side has been open. Brandon Bates scored there earlier. Now it's a turn of Raymond Almazan.
1 point lead for the Meralco Boats with the
3:19 though.
Yeah, got covered here.
Rosario goes inside the JB. Now posting up against a better defender in Chris Newsom. Nagila's teammates. Brownlee fade away. No.
Might have taken 6 or 7 shots already in this ball game. Made 2, I think.
And 2 free throws though for 4 points. That's a
That's gonna
push
be a
coming from
foul.
Troy. 18-17 is the count. 1 point lead for Meralco as we head into this mandatory timeout for the Meralco Bulls. Kyle Thompson, Chris Newsom, the batchmates renewing their rivalry for Meralco and Barangay Ginebra. We'll be back after a quick break.
All we can do is control what we can control, and that's ourselves. Talk about it. We try not to look at the standings too much because if you're down in the standings, you put a lot of pressure on yourself to try to move up, and it can be a distraction. You get frustrated. If you're on top of the standings, then you get a little bit campante, and then so you really try to avoid looking at the standings. We know where we are, but we also know we control our own destiny. We can beat Meralco, then we get to that top 6, and we'll take it from there.
Do not be campante. That was the message coming from Coach Tim Cohn. As you can see, teams that are already guaranteed a spot in our quarterfinals, led by Northport at 9-3, TNT following them 8-3. Meralco can still get to both TNT and Northport in their final 2 games and pick up a top 2 spot with a twice to beat advantage in your quarterfinals. We welcome you back inside the Big Dome as Brownlee takes it away from Pasaol. KB attacks, Brownlee finishes.
That was a good thing on the part of Newsom. He played defense, but he was not going to waste a foul and probably give him on one. Newsom's Achilles here actually is getting into foul trouble early in the ball game.
Yep. And he knows how valuable he is, especially against Justin Brownlee. Another miss coming from Aaron Black. Almazan scores inside.
This guy's a real good player. The only thing he's never consistent. There are days he makes those kind of shots. There are days
he misses.
He'll miss even easier shots than that underneath the basket.
Especially with the right hand. The left hand is more reliable coming from Raymond Almazan.
If he dunks with the left hand more than with the
Hold now, push to that corner. 1-on-1 against Almazan. He is fouled. As Holt saw the mismatch, knew he was quicker, so he attacked off the dribble. As you take another look at this, like taking candy from a baby, Justin Brownlee then, downhill drive, uses a small bump, goes to the side step to complete this fast break attack.
Although Newsom was looking for a foul there, the bump was with the body. It was not a hand extended, so no call for me. But
the NBA's Mid-Season Classic is here. Watch the 2025 NBA All-Star Weekend live from Feb 15 to 17, exclusive on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, RPTV, and Filipinas Live. It's going to be one awesome weekend.
Well, this is smaller lineup I'm talking about, but he ain't small. We have Malonzo coming in for Japet Aguilar. Now you're a little bit quicker, so split charities there by Holt.
So you have a point guard in Abarientos and 4 players who can switch every position from 2 to 5 for Barangay Ginebra.
They're like 6'5" and above. All of them, except for Holt, maybe about 6'4".
Aaron Black has been staying aggressive. Oh, sorry, miss coming from Almazan. Talking about those shots that he should be making 100% of the time, though.
Yes. Would have been a real difference for him. But the mere fact that he got there shows that he has some ability.
Oh, this is going to be a tough matchup. Brownlee blows by Almazan, and he is fouled again.
That's 2 quick fouls on Matan. So far, no signs of Mitchell coming into the ball game, so he might not be available.
And back spasm slowing down Akil Mitchell.
I got back spasms. Please don't slow me down. I'm just kidding.
He sent it over to Bell.
Okay.
There is a familiar face for JB behind Meralco's bench, one of their EASL imports, DJ Kennedy, his teammate back in college when they played for the St. John's Red Storm together from 2009 to 2011. When DJ was asked to describe their dynamics, he said basketball has taken them all over the world, but when they see each other again, they're right where they left off. He shared that JB has always been skilled, but he was even more surprised how he can get even more skilled just the way that he has been playing here in the Philippines. And Justin has also played a big part, and DJ also agreeing to play for the Meralco Balls, just seeing how JB has been here and just never left. And DJ understands why JB loves him. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you for that report, Bell. That will be a lift violation against Raymond Almazan. And Justin Brownlee will be the first to tell you, even his original teammates, Barangay Ginebra and LA Tenorio, the likes of Sol Mercado even, but he was not great when he came here. He was okay, he was talented, but he was not at this level. He worked hard, played into the system, and it really brought out the best out of Justin Brownlee.
Yeah, he has the right coach also. Plus the fact that this nice drive. That was their ball. I don't know what he was trying to do, handling the ball when it was already blocked.
On the way out.
Yeah, trying to be fancy and recovering there and throwing the ball.
Take those with the positives as well. If you're Coach Tim Cone, when it comes to this flashy point guard in RJ Abarrientos.
By the way, Koo is in there replacing Brownlee.
3-point shot for Pasaol is off. Ahanmisi with a rebound. 4 bench players and a starter in Troy Rosario for Coach Tim Cone. Here are the final ticks of our first quarter. What a move for RJ, but he misses the jumper. Would have been a TikTok highlight right there if he came up with a basket.
Look at the score, 21-20. How many lead changes
Yep,
they had here in the
As expected though, between these two teams.
Torres, by the way, is in there, so I don't think we'll see Miguel tonight. These big guys already used.
Torres also converts with a layup, and that will give Meralco a slim 1-point lead at the end of our first quarter. You take it if you're Meralco, especially you played all those 12 minutes without the help of your import Akil Mitchell. 22-21, a 1-point advantage in favor of Meralco. It was on this very floor where Justin Brownlee built a legendary career here in the PBA, and he is not done yet. So many games, so many heroic performances, many of them coming at the expense of the Meralco Bulls. Brownlee has built a legacy for Barangay Ginebra, but it is something that Meralco continues to want to solve. They want to prove that won their first championship here in the PBA in franchise history against San Miguel Beer. But I'm sure they're still relishing the opportunity for another shot in the big dance against JB and Ginebra. Teammates Gilas Filipinas with Chris Newsom, I'm sure they share a brotherhood outside the PBA. But here, court of the Smart Araneta Coliseum, it's all business between those two. We pick things up here in your second quarter. Again, we thank you for joining us on PBA Rush and Filipinas Live. Cancino, instant impact, coming off the bench and scoring 2 points quickly for Meralco.
I'm sure that Ku did not expect that pass. Of course, he's not the quickest player among their bigger players. That was Rosario. He would have caught up with
Yep. Longer,
maybe even,
lankier.
even jumping. He might have gotten it up in the air.
Jamie, perhaps. But a 3-point lead for the Meralco Bulls. Aaron Black uses the screen from Bates. AB swings it to Cancino to the corner now. Norbert Torres for 3. That's good.
We're talking about his ability to shoot from the outside. He had a layup earlier, hard layup. Got 5 points also. Some good contributions from their big men.
A batchmate of Chris.
Very good plays by Team Cone, especially in terms of the triangle. You always have to expect that lead bounce pass as they curl around. Make those cuts from the weak side or strong side.
Bates fakes the handoff to Black. Gives it up now to Cancino. Defense goes under. The 4-point shot is good for CJ.
Never afraid to shoot. They got another Alin Maliksi from UST before moving to UP.
Alonzo. Attacked inside. Clean swipe coming from Alvin Pasaol as they get a stop.
You know, the reason why he was called for offensive foul was because the guy, was able to intercept the ball, steal the ball actually. Mismatch.
But Aaron Black is not having it. Yep.
Not in the right position with his shots. So the 2 3-point shots were wide open, but this one was a little bit forced.
With the defender going under the screen, that was a lot of space to work with. CJ Cancino, as he trades it from way, way downtown to extend their lead to 8 points, 31-23. And if you just joined us, you have not yet seen Akil Mitchell see any sort of action in this match.
Obviously, if they're doing this well, you're not going to see action because they're not going to force it. Now, in the last few years, Ginebra has always struggled against Meralco. Remember, they were eliminated by Meralco, I think, the Filipino. Was it semis? Yeah.
They've had series wins over Barangay Ginebra, but never in the finals. Look, that's an opportunity that they want to get once again at some point.
They've also been hurt by Scotty Thompson's last second shot.
Multiple times. I remember the PBA bubble, of course, one of those moments. That corner 3-point shot that was also a nightmare Christmas for the Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots. Just an ordinary foul tagged against Pasaol, 31-23. As you have about 2 minutes gone by already here in the second quarter. Another turnover for Barangay Ginebra.
Team is looking for a timeout if Meralco should score on this play.
That's a foul on Barrientos.
I think Aaron slipped there, but was it Aaron? No, it was Montero who slipped.
Barrientos asking for a challenge from Coach Tim. Will he? Won't he?
I don't think he's going to challenge them.
See this play one more time. Montero steps. Oh, he stepped on his own foot. Might be a case there for a no call. Barangay Ginebra will call a timeout, 31-23, 8-point lead for Meralco. Many times they tried, many times they failed.